Hello friends, in this video we are going to see string handling, and this will be according to the syllabus of the year 2020-21. So here you can see the syllabus is on your screen. We need to study only the syntax, purpose and working examples with output. Okay, that means you can expect 2 mark questions from this chapter. So we need to understand what are strings, and we need to discuss all these functions present inside the string class. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so first of all, what are strings? Okay, what are strings? So it's a string is a data type. It is used to represent a sequence of characters. Okay, and those sequence of characters are enclosed within double quotes. So for example, this one here, we have got a collection of characters enclosed within double quotes, apple. Okay, so this is an example of string. Now in Java, all strings are objects. Okay, so every string that we create is in fact an object. It's an object of the string class. Okay, this string class is present inside the lang package. Okay, now let's see how we can create strings. So to create strings, there are 2 ways. First one is using literals, and the second one is using the new keyword. First is literals, using string literals, and the second way is creating a string with the help of new keyword. Okay, so when you use the literal, the string literal. Okay, string literal is represented characters. It represents characters within double quotes. So this when you create a string in this manner, that is known as implicit way of creating strings. And when you create the string using the new keyword, that is known as explicit way of creating strings. So let's see the implicit way first. Okay, here you can see I have declared s1 variable whose type is string. Okay, so this s1 variable is in fact a reference variable. Okay, so when you create a variable of string type, you are actually creating a reference variable. Okay, and that reference variable stores the address of the string that you have created here on the right side of the assignment operator. So the string object is created, and the reference is returned to the reference variable. So let's see this example. Here I have created another string s2. Okay, and it is storing Java. So what will happen in the memory? An object of string type will be created. Okay, and the object will be returned, and it will be stored by the variable s2. So the variable s2 stores the address of the string object. Okay, and since string object is represented by collection of characters, so all the characters are represented by an index. Okay, so the first index is always 0. Okay, so in this example you can see that the index of j is 0, index of a is 1, index of v is 2 and index of a is 3. And the second way of creating strings is the explicit way. The explicit way is like this, using the new keyword. Okay, so here I have declared s3 of type string. Okay, so this s3 is a reference variable. It will store the address of this string. So in the memory you will have this string, and the address of this will be stored in the variable s3. Okay, so this is the explicit way of creating strings. Syntax is string, then variable name, okay, then assignment operator, then the new keyword, and then again the class name, just like any other object. Okay, when you create any other object, the syntax is what? Class variable name equals new class name, and then parenthesis. So here we have created the string mango. Okay, and the address of this newly created string is stored in the variable s3. So now let us do it practically in BlueJ. Let's create strings using implicit and explicit methods. So first of all, let's create one string s1. So when I assign, let's say apple, so this is an implicit way of creating the string. Okay, let's print the value of s1 and see what is the output. So here we have printed the value of s1. So let's see the output. The output is apple. And now let's create another string s2, and this time we'll use the explicit method. That means we'll use the new keyword. So within the parenthesis I'll be creating the string. So if you notice, this is a constructor of the string class, isn't it? This is a constructor of the string class which accepts a string as a parameter. So let's say the string is mango, and then we print this value of s2. The value of s2 will be mango. So this is how you create strings using implicit and explicit methods. So this is it for this video. In the next video I will discuss the methods of the string class. Okay, thank you.